Here is the Kia Forte. Let's go ahead and get started. Open up the driver's side door. Now right over there is a primary hood release lever. Pull it. Now in front of the vehicle, right about the Kia emblem, right about that A, put one finger in there and then push it left. And while you're pushing it left, lift up the hood. See, this is the secondary latch that I was pushing left on. There it is. Now this hood requires a prop rod to stay in place, so grab the rod, put it right over there in the slot with the arrow marking it, let it go. Now that yellow dipstick over there, that is to check the engine oil level, and that is the oil fill cap. But before we fill oil, we need to know what the correct level is, right? So let's go ahead, check the oil, and for that you'll need a piece of rag to wipe the oil off the dipstick. Now when you're checking oil, the car has to be on level flat ground, because if it's on an incline, that's going to affect the oil level on the dipstick. Also, the engine needs to be warm, because as the oil heats up, it expands, and that can affect the reading on the dipstick. Let's go ahead and get the dipstick out, wipe the oil off the dipstick, put it back in, and then we pull it out and get a fresh reading. So that's the process. But before we put it back in, let's just take a closer look at this. There are two markings on it, minimum and maximum. Oil level has to be between minimum and maximum. If it's below minimum, that means there's not enough oil and we need to add oil. If it's above maximum, that's not good either, because too much oil leads to excessive oil pressure, which leads to oil leaks over time. So that's not good either. Let's just put it back in, wait for a second and pull it out and get a fresh reading. In this case, the oil level is just below the maximum mark, which is good. We don't have to add any oil, we don't have to take out any oil. If your oil level is right at the minimum mark, it takes about 1 quart, approximately 1 liter of oil to get the oil level from minimum to maximum. Once you're done, just put the dipstick back in all the way and then push it down to secure it. And now if you did have to add oil, the way to do it is you just add a little bit oil, wait for a few seconds, check the oil level, then add some more, and then check again, and so on and so forth. So that way you don't end up over adding oil in the engine, because it's a lot more work to get excess oil out of the engine. And what type of oil do we need? It says it right there, 5W20. That's what we need to get, and that's what it should say on the bottle as well. 5W20 or 0W20, either one of them works, but the 20 part has to be the same. So open up the cap, that's where the oil goes in, and when you're done, put the cap back on and tighten until you hear that one click. Yep, that's the one. And these bottles tend to have markings on the side that shows you the current oil level and how much oil volume is left in the bottle. To close the hood, first push on the hood and get load off the prop rod. Get it out of that slot there, put it back in its place. Now lower the hood and slam it shut. Hope you found it useful. Before we go, let me give a quick shout out to Naya Motors Inc. for letting us use the car today to film the videos. They are a used car dealer here in Ottawa, Canada. Check out the link in description for their entire inventory.